Yes, get ready for the legal dictation containing 480 words at the speed of 80 words per minute. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, start. Mr. Jaspal Singh, learned senior counsel, appearing on behalf of the accused appellant, submitted that the order of conviction recorded by the trial court and confirmed by the High Court is not sustainable. His main submission was to the effect that there was delay in filing the FIR on the part of the prosecution witness. Had the story narrated by PW4 been correct, he would have immediately rushed to the police station to file the FIR, but he waited for around 20 days for filing the FIR, and the said delay has not been sufficiently explained by PW4. The learned counsel also submitted that the pistol had been recovered from a public place which was about half a kilometer away from a bridge, and the pistol belonged to PW9 and not to the accused. There was sufficient evidence to show that the owner of the pistol was PW9 as established from the record, and therefore the recovery of the pistol could not have been a ground for conviction of the accused. He further submitted that the parents of the deceased had not been examined by the prosecution, though, as per the version of PW4, he had talked to the parents of the deceased after the offense had been committed. According to him, the FIR filed by PW4 contained a story which was not correct. There was no reason for PW4 to be afraid of anyone, and yet he did not lodge the FIR for a long period of about 20 days. By not examining the parents of the deceased, there was suppression of material witnesses by the prosecution. He further submitted that the statement made by the accused leading to the recovery of the pistol had not been produced in the evidence, and only the memo, which is in the nature of the secondary evidence, was produced, and therefore recovery of pistol could not have been believed by the trial court. According to him, even the memo, which revealed that in presence of witnesses the pistol was recovered, was not correct because there was no one witness when the pistol was recovered. According to him, at the time of making a recovery memo, there were policemen who were not examined, and there was no justifiable reason for not examining those policemen. On the other hand, the learned public prosecutor appearing for the state submitted that there was proper investigation, and upon appreciation of evidence adduced before the trial court rightly convicted the accused. According to the learned counsel appearing for the state, the discrepancy if any, with regard to identification of the pistol or the memo of recovery were so insignificant that it would not lead to any serious consequences. According to him, the prosecution had established the case against the accused, and there was no reason to set aside the order of conviction. He had replied to all the submissions made by the learned counsel appearing for the accused. Stop. Now get ready for general matter dictation containing 480 words at the same speed. Let's start. Sir, I go to the next era, and that is with regard to agriculture. The agriculture minister has stated in a conference the other day that in spite of drought, he has fixed a target of 175 million tons of food grains for the current year. That is a good idea. But the important thing to which the president has referred is the need of increase in the production of oil seeds, and to this I add pulses. I want the government to give special attention to the production of these things because edible oils and pulses are the common man's need in India, and we are having shortage of pulses and edible oils, and we are importing these in a very large quantity. So, the thrust of our program, as we have done in the case of Green Revolution, is that we should concentrate on the production of pulses and edible oils, and then assure our own people that within a period of 2 years we will attain self sufficiency in edible oils and pulses. The next point is with regard to public sector. There is no doubt that the public sector occupies a commanding height, and it has occupied commanding heights in our mixed economy. But the problem of accountability of public sector has not been done to the desired extent. I submit, sir, that for this purpose, the program implementation ministry is helping the public sector undertakings with regard to any difficulties that they face in that ministry on or before 5th of every month. They get a report from the particular undertaking with regard to the difficulties that they face in manufacturing or marketing or finance or any other thing, and the program implementation ministry sees to it that these difficulties are removed. But a new thinking has come to the heads of these public sector undertakings, that is, by sending the report on the 5th of every month, they pass on the buck to the program implementation ministry, and they forget about what they have written. This attitude has to be changed. The executives of these public sector undertakings should be told that the planning commission or the program implementation ministry is there only to help you, and it is for you to set things right and see that any difficulties faced by them are removed and their undertaking shows results. I think for that purpose it will be advisable that their promotion or renewal of their contract or enhancement of their present grade should be linked with the jobs done by the heads of these public sector undertakings. So far as the utility of the All India services is concerned, I would like to mention that first of all, it will introduce an element of competition. There will be a wider field of selection. There will be mobility from one state to another and from the states to the center and from the center to the states. Stop over.